As you can see by the title, I'm currently a registered nurse working in SoCal, and I'm 6 months in, so I'm still technically a new grad nurse. I'll be talking about my income, how much in total I've made so far, and my future plans as to how I'll increase my income. So for my income, I'm making an hourly rate of $45.46 plus a $7 night shift differential. I started my first week on August 20th, and that was pretty much an orientation week, and that week I made 2.3K. You guys can just pause the video and take a look at the bi-weekly paychecks. These are all my checks after taxes and other contributions. Diving into the details of each of my pay stub, I'll just take a look at the most recent one. You can see my pay rate right here. I actually got to leave 2 hours earlier one shift, so you can see here I worked 70 hours for these 2 weeks. You can see my shift differentials here. And so before taxes, I made 3.6K, and of that, $978 were taxed. I got some other deductions such as 401k contributions, healthcare plans, and union fees. So all in all, I'm pretty much averaging around 2.5 to 2.6K every single 2 weeks. I never pick up any overtime shifts, so I'm always working 3 nights a week or 36 hours a week. So starting from August 20th all the way up to March 2nd, I've made in total about $34,000 in those 6 months. So I'd be expecting to make another $34,000 in the next 6 months until August, which would make me $68,000 after taxes for my first year working as a full-time nurse. It should actually be a little higher than that because I will be getting a pay raise in April and then another huge bump in August, marking my first year as a nurse. This here shows the way our pay wage jumps. So in these 3 columns, from what I've been told, are the years in which the union contracts last. So every 3 years they renew. These rows here indicate the amount of years you've worked as a nurse. So I started here at $45.46 per hour, and then in April I'll be making $47.28 as my base rate. And then in August, I should be making $56.37 per hour. And of course, that's all including the $7 night shift differential. You can see that after that, I'll jump $4 up in a year, and then around $2 per year after that, until they change the contract, of course. So I've shown you what I make, how much in total I've made, and my future wage raises. So what are my plans? Do I want to stay here for the rest of my life until I retire? Do I want to transfer somewhere else to get higher pay? Do I want to switch careers? Just to provide some context, right now I'm working as a float nurse, meaning that I'm not just stuck to one unit or one floor. I bounce around different units wherever they need me, and there's pros and cons to that. I like the autonomy in which I'm not stuck to one environment, one group of people, or one type of patient, but I'm exposed to new things every day. The cons are that I don't have any sort of consistency, with my patients or with my coworkers, and so I don't really have any deep bonds with any of my coworkers. Depending on your personality, you might like that kind of consistency or you might hate it. In terms of my future plans, I do want to work for at least a full year as a float nurse and probably a little more after that as well. And for those of you who are new and don't know, I do day trade on the weekdays, and so I'm projecting in the near future that I will be making more from that than nursing. So you may be thinking, Ben, why wouldn't you just quit nursing and just pursue day trading full time? The thing is that the challenge and the fulfillment of nursing and caring for other people still resonates with me, and I find purpose in that. So not only did I work hard for my license, but something inside of me just wishes to continue pursuing nursing regardless of the money. And so I probably won't quit nursing altogether, but I'll probably try to move either to a part-time or per diem position. I kind of rambled off there, but I'm thinking of becoming an ICU nurse after 1 to 1.5 years after working as a float nurse, and then applying to a CRNA school to become a CRNA or a nurse anesthetist. As I'm 6 months in as a new float nurse, I've pretty much been to every single floor, or message floor that is, and including the ER, and so I feel like I've accommodated many different units and seen many different kind of patients and disease processes. And so by that 1 year mark, I feel like I would be wanting to look for a new challenge and set new goals and kind of level up. For me, ICU would be the next step, and then probably a nurse anesthetist job. To be a CRNA, that would require me to work at least 1 to 2 years as an ICU nurse or in any critical care setting. and then attend a doctorate program for 3 years. I believe all programs have now transitioned into a doctorate program as opposed to a master's. So at the end of it, you will be obtaining a DNP or a DNAP, which is a Doctor of Nursing Anesthetist Practice. Sorry, a Doctor of Nurse Anesthesia Practice. Not only is it a challenge that'll keep my juices flowing, but it's great pay. It's actually the highest nursing profession out there. And just looking on Google, the top earners make almost 400K a year, and average earners make about 260K a year. In the 75th percentile, they'll make around 350K, and in the bottom 25th percentile, they'll make around 190K. Again, as a successful day trader projecting to make more than that, and I mean more than a CRNA salary in a year, I still want to keep both skills and both professions intact. If and when I do become a CRNA, I'll probably work there full time and then transition either to a part-time or more likely a per diem job, so that I can day trade when I want and then, only be required to work as a CRNA around once a week or once a month, whatever they require. With that ends the video. Thank you guys for watching. I'd love to see your comments on, what you guys think, what your goals are, and also make sure to connect with me on all my socials, such as my Instagram, Twitter, all that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.